Good morning, everybody, and this is your S&P setups for today's trades. And we're just grinding higher, to be honest. There's nothing really exciting about what's going on. We are breaching levels, and this 4400 was pretty much of a challenge yesterday. Caught me out. But if you look at the oscillators, we have separated, and faster moving oscillator is overbought quite extensively, and obviously the slower one won't be just yet. But when we get this kind of situation, there's often some form of a pullback, and I think it's well worth just taking your Fibonacci and having a look where the 61.8 is, and lo and behold, it's right where we are now. So you could have a situation here of a flag, something like that. So I'm just going to get rid of the diagonals. It's not, and lock that level in. Not really interested in that. It is last day of the month, last day of the week. So you have a weekly bar which is green at the moment. Last week's bar was red, week before was green, and the previous week was pretty much a range. So at the moment we have a fairly solid green bar for the month, which follows on the previous month, which was also a green bar. So yeah, everything hinges on what happens here as far as I'm concerned. We could just hang around here, or we could start looking for some kind of a pullback just to get another red bar on the week, which would be a pretty big fall for a day. But nothing's impossible. So let's just get down to the real levels that we're interested in, and you can see this week has been pretty much strong break out of the previous week's channel, and then look at how sideways we've gone. Stayed above the moving averages, granted, we're in an uptrend. Oscillators are extremely overbought at the moment, and we are at the 61.8 Fibonacci. If you look to the left, there is your swing low, so that is the zone that we're in. So you would expect something to happen here, but trying to guess a top is not the way to do this. So don't forget to like, subscribe, drop us a comment. We appreciate the interaction, and let us know your thoughts. Maybe you're seeing something that the rest of us don't see. Now, if we drop down to the hour, and yesterday you can see tail to the downside, tail to the upside, and managed to get in down the bottom. We'll get onto the 15 minutes and basically move stop just above entry, sat down, and came back to check a couple hours later, and we were stopped out. So that is big up, big down. Still big confusion. It's 2 days in a row that's happened, and now we're in the 61.8 Fibonacci right here at this 4400 level. So this zone is pretty important. Look at how oversold we are, sorry, overbought we are as well. Look to the left, you can see there's chaos in this area. I would not expect us just to start flying through this. I would expect some kind of structure to be formed, whether it's a range or whether it's a pullback. But we need something to settle down. At the moment, it's a dogfight right here. Okay, so if we just drop down to 15 minutes, because obviously that's where we're going to be looking for opportunities, and you can see there's the kind of a messy entry that was on offer yesterday. But these levels here are quite important. So if you just get back to the hour, and you'll pick up the level. So there is the one level, and then there is the second level. So you can see these fractals here are the areas we need to look at to getting in. You drop down to the entry points, you'll see the first one was tested early in the session, so technically there was an opportunity there, but I normally look at the DAX early morning and then look at the US late in the afternoon. So this here was not a valid entry. You because we had sort of gapped down below the level and then came up. So there was data yesterday, and this is kind of where the data came out. Then we were kind of indecisive, and then you look at this beautiful juicy pin bar straight off this last level and the second level. So your entry is just above that and your stop just below it. So it was 86 point stop loss, and you can see it got going pretty quickly. It allows you to put stop to entry, but if you look to the left, to the right here, so you'll see we basically came back, collected all the stops, and then went on our merry way. So anyway, does happen from time to time, and it's got to stick to the plan. So what's the plan for today? I'm very reluctant to be jumping in long at the top here. However, there is structure to the left and kind of in this area right here. And then there's one more just in there. So same setup as yesterday. You're looking for price to come back onto 43.93, 43.95, or even 43.97, which means 4,400 would also be some kind of an opportunity. But we didn't close above it. But I suspect we're going to just be testing this area anyway. So you're looking for price to come back in here. You're looking for a inside bar, engulfing bar type double bottom, or you're looking for a pin bar on one of these levels that's going to give you the entry, same as yesterday. Stop just above the pin bar. Entry just above the pin bar, stop just below the pin bar, and then as soon as we get going, stop to entry, and I would just take profit. So 100 points pays the bills. So as soon as you get back up to this 4407 area, I would just take profit again. Just be warned, it is last day of the month, last day of the week, so we could just have some profit taking here. Some people have been holding on and sat through this grind and would kind of just say, let's just take profit and we'll look at this again next week. So that could happen. So it could be pull back further back from this and then not get going. So that pullback would have to happen early in the session, within the first sort of 15 to 30 minutes of the session this afternoon, and then you have a fairly decent opportunity, and you'll want to get out of that as quick as possible. You don't want to hold it through to the US close. Okay, anyway, so that's kind of my plan for today. Expecting more of the same, so expecting more of this kind of chaos. If we do start dropping below this zone, I think I'd rather just sit on the sides, not anticipate a short, because that's just one way to get yourself hurt. So if it does drop below this, just close the laptop, come back next week, and have a look at what's going on Monday morning. Anyway, hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. No, we won't. We'll catch up with you on Monday morning. Cheers for now.